Andy, you were a banker, you ran the hospitality group for WestLB, and you really funded a lot of five-star hotels in North and South America, right?
I did.
Right.
I always introduce myself saying, I am Andy Stein, and I'm a recovering banker. I was the leading financier of five-star hotel development in the Americas before I left to do this full-time.
Right.
So we financed the Mandarin Oriental in DC, the Ritz-Carlton Laguna Niguel, Esperanza and Cabo, Orient Express properties all over the world.
Right, so you started this Orphaned Starfish Foundation in 2001,
right.
But then you became full-time with it, focused 100% on it when?
About 12 years ago.
12
I
years
did the
ago.
Jerry Maguire, walked out of my office, said I'm going to do this. This is my calling in life.
Right.
And I've been doing it full-time.
What was
ever
that
since.
aha moment that made you say, okay, I'm just going to do this?
So it's interesting. I was the #1 flyer in the state of New Jersey for Continental Airlines. And every country I went to, I said, look, I love making balloon animals. I love doing magic. I want to visit some kids. So every country manager at Chase had to find me an orphanage and a place to visit. And I was going there and I found out that at the age of 18, these orphans, these survivors of abuse, had to leave. And they had no job training, they had no job skills. That was my aha moment to start the foundation. And then it was 10% of my life, 20% of my life, 50% of my life. Then I gave up banking and started a consulting company. That lasted 2 years, and then realized that this is my calling. And since then, we've grown exponentially.
All right, so how many centers do you have now?
So we just opened our 80th center in our 33rd country around the world. And at any given time, there's 18,000 children going through our programs.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So you are in Asia. You just returned from the Philippines and Cambodia. Tell us about that trip and what you're doing on this trip.
I did, but let me just interject. I love Asia. I actually lived here for 3.5 years in the Philippines. Both my children were born at Makati Medical Center. And I traveled to 90% of the region while I was here as a banker. So I always vowed, even though we started in Latin America, that I would always expand into Asia. And we did. We expanded into Nepal, in the Philippines, and Cambodia. And they are the most amazing programs, each different in their own way, but absolutely amazing.
Right, and that's why we are supporting the Asia program for OSF, because we really want to see OSF build digital literacy centers in
So
markets in
what
Asia.
is absolutely amazing, and thank all of you, is that we have wonderful support for our Latin America programs. We have wonderful support for our African programs and Caribbean programs. We've never had support for our Asian programs. They've all come out of general funds. And for you all to really care about the communities in which you serve is so very inspirational. So thank you very much.
So here's how we're going to be raising funds for the OSF today. You know, just everybody's got a booklet, right? There's an auction booklet. Have a look at the items. We collected an amazing amount of experiences, mentoring time, as well as a hidden talent performance. They're going to see their industry colleagues perform like they've never done before. And we also have an artist in residence, Juwadi Aliwal. I don't know if did you get to do your woodcut with him? So anyway, he's produced his own pieces for the auction themed The Human Revolution. Those are the 2 pieces that he's done. They are absolutely amazing. And yesterday, we collaborated with him on a piece that he's finishing today, and it will be ready tonight around what you have created with him. So we've got a couple of pieces of art as well to auction off, and that's what we're doing. So.
That's wonderful. So what I'd love to do is actually, I just got back from the Philippines and Cambodia, and to tell you the difference that you're going to make in these children's lives. They are abandoned. They are victims of abuse. They're victims of trafficking, some as young as 5 years old. But they're given an opportunity. They're given a chance because of what we do. They're given the opportunity to have a job, to study, to make something of their lives, fulfill their dreams that they never would have if it wasn't for the computer-based education that we give them. And I love working with the travel industry. Actually, in the Philippines, we were blessed to have the entire local team for CWT, Cross and Wagonly Travel, join us locally. And they brought food and they brought everything else that, that supported the orphanage that we work with there. But it's absolutely amazing what you can do. The difference that you can make with your donations, with your support, with everything that you're doing here today. Is beyond
wonderful. So we're going to see you tonight as well. I mean, and I know you got a trick, right? He's a bit of a magician.
Well, I have
right?
a couple of minutes left. So first of all, can you give a round of applause to this woman, please?
Thank you.
As a banker, I attended hundreds of conferences, hundreds. And I never once saw a conference organizer give back. The fact that this conference has WiT for Good, that you all are willing to give back, these children I visit, they're so happy to know that people outside of their orphanage, outside of the home for abused children, outside of the home for trafficked children, care about them, that want to support them, that want to give to them. And again, it's not only funding. I'd love to talk to as many of you as possible about getting your employees involved. Getting involved is mentorship, in kind. Anything is possible. So I only have a few more minutes, so I have to give a little gift. So I started doing this for orphans 22 years ago. It's quick, I promise.
It's so stressful. Oh, my doggy. Thank you. Thank you, Andy.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much.